Today's show of Running It Back is up and ready. It's a good one. You already knew that, though. On the show today, Travis Tate joins me. He's been on the show before. Travis is my longtime friend. He's also a comedian, and he has a show coming up, which I'm going to be on too. So we talk about the show, but we don't stop there. We get into a lot of stuff, as you'll see. But before that, hey, the football season is over. The Super Bowl happened. But if you haven't listened to the season finale of the Sunday Night Talk, it's up and it's on there. It was our Dress for Success season finale edition. So you can still check that out if you're yearning for more football talk. Give it a re-listen, relive it. It is up. I'm going to miss football, but we'll be back better than ever next year. So don't forget, this show that we're talking about is happening February 19th and 20th in Salt Lake City, Wise Guys Comedy Club. Travis talks to me about him prepping for the show, his high school football playing days and beyond. And then we wrap up with the Rotten Tomatoes head-to-head movie game. Too many people were going undefeated at this game, so I beefed it up, make it extra tough. New categories, new movies. Just a whale of a game. So, without further delay, here is me and Travis Tate. All right, Travis Tate, you are back joining me again on the Zoom screen. I'm in my studio. You're at, where are you? You're at the comedy club as we speak?
Yeah, I'm at the downtown Wise Guys location right now. Getting ready to do a show.
I was going to say, you're doing the weekday show at the comedy club, something totally foreign to me, as live stand-up has been a little bit on the scare side, but you've been going at it where I'm in LA, where it's turned into a little bit of a Chernobyl with a pier. Yeah,
most people seem like they're leaving town. But I guess you're a diehard. You're staying. Good for you, man.
My new joke has become, I have determined how successful in LA you've become by your ability to leave it.
That's true. That's true. Because if you risked everything to get there, you're still there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like but the new goal is bust your ass so you one day can leave the town you busted your ass to get to. What a backwards system. But you've been going at it live stand up for a while now, right? How long did Salt Lake shut down the live stand up? Not for that long, I don't think.
It was a month, maybe a month and a half, somewhere in there that everything was shut down. But after that, we've been at like 50% capacity. They're, cleaning really good in between, making sure everything's sanitized, asking people to wear masks. They have to wear a mask to get in. They're stressing that they wear them during the show, but people pull them down because they're eating or drinking or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
So, you don't want to cause a huge disruption in a live show, but so far, it's been fine.
Yeah, it seems like Wise Guys has found a way to make it work. Not only make it work, but seem to be pretty efficient at it.
Yeah, everything is compliant with what the state requirements are. So, I guess it depends on what state you're in. So some people will say, it's unconscionable that you would be open. But, if businesses aren't allowed to open, there's not going to be any businesses anymore. So there's got to be a fine line between being safe and actually being allowed to open.
That one, under the category of people who are huge, gigantic wusses. aren't we all have to earn a living somehow? And there's a bit of a risk involved in everything. And the club has shown that it can mitigate that risk pretty well, I think.
There has to be some point in time where we say, do things at your own personal risk. That's how it was before. People die every year skydiving. We didn't outlaw skydiving. You might die.
Pools.
You're jumping from a plane. You might die.
Just factor in how many vehicular car deaths we have a year.
Right. Yeah. So
it makes sense.
Wearing a seatbelt, you do it because it makes sense. it could save your life. So you throw it on.
It's so weird. Everybody has a very different sort of level of, I don't know what you would call it, level of acceptance, level of fear. Some people's are very high. Most people's are moderates. Some are completely low. I talked to the manager of the Comedy Underground in Seattle, and he was like, "Oh yeah, as soon as it hit, we just shut down. We can't be having any unnecessary risk." And they've been shut down since March.
Right.
Oh, okay. And is the plan to open up? He was like, maybe. There was no motivation to really open it up. He was like, no, we'll see. So everybody's sort of operating in their own time scale, I guess.
Right. And I'm not even saying that's wrong. If it's your business, then you do what you think is best. It's the people that are going after places that are open and saying you're bad people because you're open. That's not fair. You're not here. You're not seeing what's going on. I'll run into people all the time, and because I'm a mailman during the day, that people watching might not. And, I put my mask on because I'm taking a package up to the porch, and they'll come out and they like pull their shirt up to cover their face. And I'm like, it's fine. I've got my mask on. Plus I've already had it. You're fine. Don't worry about it. And 9 out of 10 times they're like, yeah, I had it too. So we're both just kind of going through the motions.
It's so weird that the social niceties we're doing for each other. Like you said, you already had it, but you're still going to wear the mask for the social sort of, look of it so that people aren't freaked out or they feel more comfortable.
Right. And also there is a chance that I could still spread it. So, I still am going to follow those, common sense rules. It's like holding a door open for somebody. It's not going to like stop world hunger by doing it, but at the same time, it's just a nice thing to do. Hopefully it creates a positive ripple in the world. Yeah.
If it keeps the wheels turning smoothly, then I guess that's fine, even though you've already had it. You've already, when did you have it? How long ago was it? I don't even
October.
remember. Oh, October. It wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't too long ago. And it sucked for a few days there. I felt like, there was a few days I felt like I got hit by a truck. It hurt pretty bad. And I have been hit by a truck, so I know what it feels like. It's a good comparison. But I never got anything like respiratory. I lost my sense of taste and smell. I still don't have that back. I've got like 20%. I still eat garbage though.
Hey, maybe this has been better for you. If you don't have any sense of taste or smell, then maybe it's time to put down the fried food and get the vegetables. You won't know the difference, Travis.
Right. No, I did lose 20 pounds. That's something.
Did you really?
Yeah, I've lost 20 pounds since I broke your toilet seat.
Wow. Yeah, you did break my toilet. The last time you visited me in Los Angeles, you broke my toilet seat.
After he gets home and I was like, hey, so I put a new toilet seat in your bathroom. And he's like, why'd you do that? I was like, because I broke it.
You framed it a little bit differently. I thought you broke a window or you crashed your rental car or something like so. A little bit of bad news today. You were like a kid who was bringing home a bad report card. And then the greatest part was you're like, I broke your toilet seat. And you show me the toilet seat and you've never seen a more cleaner break in a toilet seat. It was straight across. Yeah, a clean cut. And then here's the weirdest part. You were peeing. No, not really.
No. Yeah, it was heavy. No, you said you've never seen a cleaner cut toilet seat. Actually, I have. That's not the first toilet seat I've broken. So I have seen that before. It's just pressure.
I don't know if you're looking for a new nickname or you're going to be a new comic that goes by like a single name. But what about the seat breaker, the toilet seat breaker tape?
That's it. Porcelain's worst enemy.
Yeah, that's right. Or Lucite's worst enemy. That was a clean break. The toilet seat destroyer.
Can I tell you something?
What goes
too far in? Can I tell you about an experience I had today? I just want to test it on somebody. This is true. This guy stops me, and he's just a weird guy. He's really nice though. He lives with this family that I deliver mail to, and he goes, "Hey, I'm making some stuff." He does handyman work. He's like 66. He said he's just trying to make ends meet. He goes, "Hey, I made some things for Valentine's Day. Would you want one?" It's a shelf. They're heart shaped, levels. It's really cool. Here, I'll show you a picture. And he goes to pull out his phone and he goes to swipe and he goes, oh, I keep forgetting I can't swipe with that finger because it's gone. And I was like, what? And I look at his finger and half of his finger is gone. It's like this much of it. And I was like, that doesn't look right, man. When did that happen? He's like, yeah, last week. I was like, that is not like a clean cut. That wasn't like with a saw or anything. What happened? He goes, yeah, it just fell off. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, my finger just fell off. It's not a big deal. I poured some whiskey on it. It's fine. It'll grow over. That's what my toe did. I was like, dude, your digits shouldn't just be falling off.
Is he a lizard?
In what used to be meat that was now yellow. It was weird, man.
So this guy
from him for $40.
Yeah, did you get the shelves?
I'm gonna get him tomorrow.
Okay. See, check on that guy. He's missing a finger, but apparently don't feel scared because he's had experience with this before with his toe.
Yeah, I was like, you should go to the doctor. He's like, nah, it's fine. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. And this is a person who's on your normal mail route?
Yeah. Good guy. Nice. Super nice. Just not bothered by fingers falling off. Other people are afraid of catching, COVID and feeling sick. He's just like, my finger fell off.
Yeah. Talk about low level of panic.
Yeah.
This guy's missing digits and a toe.
He's unshakable.
Guy is unshakable. You know what I was thinking about mail delivery recently? I was in my neighborhood and I saw our mail person was walking around delivering the stuff, but I think they had like a trainee with them. So they had like a person like following them or shadowing them, but the person was carrying a few things too, but the person had regular clothes on. Like they didn't have the mailman uniform on.
Yeah. And
it was unsettling. I was like, I don't like this. I need the uniform. Put that or at least a trainee vest or something. I was like, why did she have the letters in plain clothes? It was really weird. I didn't like it. I needed some sort of formality.
I don't wear a uniform. I don't have to. I'm rural. That means we don't have to wear.
What?
I can wear my own clothes.
What? So you don't have the mailman blue shorts and blue shirt?
I can
Safari
buy them,
hat in the summer.
Not gonna do.
What do you wear to deliver the mail?
Like this time of year, just a long sleeve shirt, a hoodie, and just jeans and boots.
Really?
During summer, I'll wear some camo cargo pants or cargo shorts, and sneakers.
What? And no one ever yells at you, hey, get off my porch. What are you doing with my mail?
No, because in my town, everybody's rural, so they're just used to it. One time, one lady did ask me, how come you don't wear a uniform? And I was like, they don't make them this big.
How big are you? I like a mailman with an attitude.
That's right.
Hey, bitch, don't worry about me. I'm a government employee. I'm back in your house. I just delivered mail to somebody without a finger. You think you scare me? Wow, I didn't know you go no uniform.
Yeah.
What about the car? Do you at least drive the mail car?
Yeah, I've got like a mail truck.
Oh, okay. I was thinking next you were driving like a Ford Astro van, just cruising the neighborhood.
When I first started, I used to deliver out of a Jeep Wrangler.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking breaking the toilet seat is the least offensive thing you've ever done. Delivering mail with no uniform. I don't know how I feel about this, Travis. Why don't you get like what if you were to make your own uniform? What would you go with? What if you went with like a cool like golf shirt and you could put your name on it, or you could say US Postal or something? What if you chose your own uniform? What would you go with?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd probably wear like a jersey, like a basketball uniform. Tank top, jersey shorts, sneakers. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't think of that. A sports uniform.
Just put Air Tate on it.
Air Tate.
Instead of Air Jordan.
That's right.
It would just be a logo of me snapping a toilet seat.
Yeah. Like one of those cartoon sort of caricatures.
Yeah, it'd be like
you. Yeah, you like that. The pants are at the ankles. And there's like a lightning coming from the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Showing the brake. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. I also think you should decorate your car too. that you deliver it, and you could put like Travis Tate mailing it in or something like that.
I would decorate it like a taco truck because I would probably be a lot more popular. People
Not
would be
bad.
happy to see me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
not
could,
bad
I
at
could
all.
sell some tacos too.
All in one.
I'll just take a cooler.
Wow. Yeah, no, you're really leaving money on the table. If you're driving around the neighborhood dropping stuff off.
I'm legitimately, if I could sell we're not supposed to encourage kids to come to our vehicle for obvious reasons. But if I could sell, some ice cream, it would be great money on the side.
Mm-hmm. Don't you have kids? Have you ever had to sell Girl Scout cookies for your kid?
No.
This could be a good thing too.
My daughter didn't do Girl Scouts. She wasn't really into that. I mean, she would rather just go camping with me than go to some Girl Scouts thing. So I never had to sell them. I bought a lot of them though. You can buy them now. Keebler makes ripoffs of them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you can buy Samoas. Keebler makes them. They've got Thin Mints. They're pretty good too.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Probably the Samoa. The Samoa is a classic.
Yeah.
You got some caramel, you got some chocolate, you got some coconut.
That's a good one. I always like the Thin Mint. You throw them in the freezer. You take it out of the box. You put the plastic sleeve in the freezer, and then you just start going to town. You'll go through the whole sleeve in one afternoon. No problem.
I learned pretty young. Especially if you put them in the freezer, you just go every once in a while and grab one. Mm-hmm. You're walking by I could use a cookie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just grab and go cookie.
Yep. Suck on it. It lasts longer.
The underrated one too. I like the one that is 2 cookies wedged against the peanut butter. What's that one called?
Is it a tag-along?
Yeah, tag-along is definitely one of the names. That one's an underrated one. I like that one too.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Have they ever added a new cookie to the arsenal?
They added a gluten-free one.
Oh.
It's kind of like a pecan sandy, and I think it's got a little bit of toffee in it. It's not bad, actually.
Oh, really? I didn't know they added
pecan sandy.
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. I like the sound of that. Well, good for the Girl Scouts adding more product to their
They're
line.
just expanding.
They got to. The Girl Scouts selling cookies. And then the Boy Scouts, what do they sell? Do they have anything that even competes against the Girl Scout cookie?
Nope.
They don't do anything, right?
Nope, they don't do nothing.
Oh.
They just ask you. They ask for. They do food drives. They ask for food.
Oh.
They're not selling you food. They're like, give us your food that expired 3 years ago, and we'll take it to the food bank and let them throw it away.
Huh. Yeah, give us stuff you want to throw away.
The Boy Scouts. That's what it always was too, because I would help, and it's like, some more sardines. That's going to be a big hit with the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing we all look forward to with the Girl Scouts is the cookie sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you're at the comedy club now. We're doing this because we're going to talk about your headlining show next week.
Yeah.
February 19th and 20th at Wise Guys.
And you're going to be there.
I'm going to be on the show too.
Heck yeah, man. I'm so excited.
Going to do some stand-up. First time in a while. I'm a little nervous about it, but I have all my, thoughts and stuff I'm putting into order. And right now I'm still at the, this is going to be really fun stage.
Right.
Let's get to it. I'll get in the groove and get some good time under my belt.
That it's just my show. Nobody knows who I am that's going to be there, and I'm headlining. My face is on the poster. So there's no pressure.
What state of preparedness are you at right now? You're a week and a half from the headlining show. Do you have plans to work a chunk of the headlining set still out? Do you know what you're going to do? Where are you at now?
This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've headlined since the pandemic. So I've pretty much got a set list. I know what I'm going to do. The thing I notice is right before I headline or right after, I write a bunch of new stuff just all of a sudden. And then I get tempted to cram it in there, even though it's not ready. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of at that point. I'm like, what new stuff do I want to slip in there? And then at the last second, I'll probably chicken out and not do any of it. But
you're at the grandiose stage where you're like, all right, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to utilize the time and
Yeah.
get some new stuff. And then you got to the stage where like, this sucks. I'm not going to do any of it. And then you got to get to the stage like, you know what? Go for it. Go for it. You got to be creative. And then after that, the stage is like, screw it. I'm not doing any of this.
I mean, I might do stuff about a guy having half a finger, but I don't know.
Yeah. You got to workshop that into breaking
kinks.
a toilet seat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not quite there. Like the finger.
That's weird.
Yeah. It was exposed. Like you should at least have a Band-Aid on there, right?
I can't believe it was. Yeah. I can't believe it wasn't covered at all. It seemed like it was almost, he wanted to bring this up to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely wanted to show me his finger.
Yeah. That's strange.
I mean, it was
That's
kind
a
of
weird.
cool. What have you ever seen a finger bone on a person that's alive?
No, of course not. No.
Well, I saw it. It was disturbing, but it was kind of cool at the same time. And then he showed me a picture of when it first fell off.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that probably lasted longer than it was supposed to. It's like when you smash your finger and you know the fingernail is going to fall off, except in this case, the entire finger fell off. That's what it looked like, though.
Yeah, it's like you're delivering to like Hannibal Lecter on your mail route. Did he tell you how the thing fell off? How the end of his finger fell off?
No, he didn't. I secretly hope he was picking his nose and it just like stayed. Like, oh, well,
like his nose is a Venus flytrap and just crunched onto the finger.
Or he sneezed.
Oh,
broke.
Wow, that's your next question: is how did this happen? Exactly.
I'll ask him tomorrow if I see him when I go by the shelf.
Yeah, the shelf.
So what were you doing when it fell off?
Yeah, how did this happen? What exactly caused your finger to separate from your body? It would not normally be away from your body, sir.
It was just so jagged. I mean, you'd think you'd go to the doctor and just have it lanced or something clean.
Huh? How old was this guy?
66, he said.
Huh?
He seems younger than that. He seemed like he was in his 50s, but 66, retired guy, just making his way through the world,
66, retired. Well, I guess you have a lot of time in your hands. It's only so long before you chop off your own finger.
Yeah, I mean, people lose stuff. I get it.
People lose stuff like their keys and iPhone and the end of their finger.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
people
fair.
lose their keys. People lose their headphones. He lost his finger. We'll find it eventually.
Yeah, let's hope for that. Eventually, the story continues. The story isn't over. We're still gonna figure out what's going on. So you're at the comedy. Go ahead.
Try and glue it back on. I don't know.
You're gonna come back tomorrow and he's gonna have a whole finger. You're like, whoa, what happened there?
It's an acorn. Yeah, I glued it on.
Oh yeah. What if you keep coming back and each day there's a new sort of end to his finger? Like one week it's like a spork. The next week it's a laser pointer. The next week it's a corkscrew. What if it's like that? It'll be all multi-use, like a Swiss Army finger.
Eating utensil would be good. That would be very convenient.
Mm-hmm. What if one week it's a magnet? I think it should be a magnet. Just that, think of the stuff you can point at and you can see what is.
Magnets. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. Suggest that to him. Put a magnet at the end of that thing. Yeah. I don't know what practical use you would have for it, but I think it'd be cool. Kind of like when you have like a Phillips head screwdriver that's magnetized, but you don't know it, and it tracks the screw, and you're like, oh, hey, look at that. This is cool. Get up on his finger.
Inspector Gadget and have like a torch.
A torch?
Yeah.
That's right. And he could light his cigar.
There you go.
With the torch, with an old man torch finger. Not bad. Cool. Well, you're at the comedy club now. What's going on there on a Thursday night as we record this?
Rocky Dale Davis is headlining tonight, so I'm gonna MC/feature for him.
Oh, okay. So you get a chance to sort of work some of the set.
So yeah, it'll be a nice long set. Get the crowd where they're nice and right here. Just try to bring them up to here. So
gonna open with the toilet seat breaking story.
No, but that's gonna be toward the end. It will be in there. I do mention it.
Yeah. Is there a picture of that somewhere? Did any of us take pictures of the broken toilet seat?
It seems like I took a picture. I'll have to go through. It was a couple years ago. Yeah, I'll go through my pictures and see if it's in there.
Yeah, we got to include that broken toilet seat. in there somewhere. So
I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it though.
I can't stress enough. It was a clean break. There was no jagged edge to it or anything. It was like done with a machine. Your ass is a machine.
My ass does not mess around. It takes no prisoners.
Your ass is a DeWalt reciprocating saw by trade. You know what I was thinking too? We were texting about this because I still had sports on the brain from the Super Bowl. And I was doing my Super Bowl sports podcast last week. And we did the football movie bracket playoff. And we listed all the movies. And, you know, I've come to realize if you want to piss people off, just make a list of some of your favorite things. And people will get mad. I made a list of the favorite football movies, and I put the little list up on the Instagram, and the comment is, that movie sucks. That's the only comment that was really consistent. So I was thinking, you played high school football.
Yeah.
I played high school football a little bit. Who would you best associate your high school football career with from a movie? What position did you play though, by the way?
I mean, that was a complicated question. I started out playing tight end, and then I had a growth spurt, so I went to right tackle, and then I ended up playing semi-pro indoor football, and I was a fullback. So I played.
Oh, really? I didn't know about this semi-pro indoor football stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I've got scars all over my arms from like just a rug burn and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I would put gauze over it to keep it from getting infected. And if I left it on too long, when I pulled it off, it would leave little squares in my arm. And I've still got some of those in there. It's kind of weird.
It's scars from the gridiron.
Yeah, for reals. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done, probably. And I did.
I didn't know you played that much football.
Yeah, I played for a while, like at least 10 years, I think.
Wow, and you played fullback. A position that does a fullback even exist anymore in football? Yeah, it's pretty rare, right? In these days football.
They're going with a lot of single back type stuff, and they're throwing an extra receiver out there. But there's still, like college especially, there's quite a bit of fullback formations. But the pros are kind of moving more to the mobile quarterback that doesn't need the blocking. They're not necessarily all pocket passers like they were back in the day, where you needed, somebody, watching your back there.
Right. So. The fullback was definitely like the utility horse of the offense. Yeah. Like, it was the guy who blocked for the halfback, did all the dirty work. And then I always like when once in a while the fullback would catch a pass and the crowd would go crazy because it was so rare that fullback got to touch the ball.
They would just do this little valve pass where they would just kind of flare out, let the defender in. It was almost like a little screen, like a one-man screen pass. Let the defender in, and then the quarterback would just toss it to him. Tom Rathman, Keith Byers, those guys.
I was going to say the days of Tom Rathman.
Yeah.
That's right, the fullback. So what do you think you would equate your football career to?
Such a tough question.
As a character from a football movie, or I'll open it up, any movie.
I wish I could say Rudy. My first few years of high school was a little like Rudy. I was a little smaller, tried really hard, hardly ever got into the game. Then I had a growth spurt, and I got really lazy because I was starting, and it was so easy for me, and I didn't work very hard. That's why I didn't play college. My own fault. A lot of people will be like, it was the coach. The coach kept. Nah, it was me. I was lazy. So it's not Rudy. I wish it was Sinbad too, from Necessary Roughness. He was just so cool in there, and he got to play with Kathy Ireland, which that would have been a dream of mine, to be in the locker room with Kathy Ireland. But honestly, it was probably the fat guy from Varsity Blues.
Billy Bob?
Yeah, Billy Bob. Yeah. I was good. I could block, but you never I might get bored and just choose not to do it. I might get a concussion. I remember there was a game where I had a concussion, and I don't remember much of it, but I was also the deep snapper.
Oh, really? I was a deep snapper on my freshman team too.
It was the only time I ever botched a snap. It was at the end of the game. We ended up winning eventually. Or maybe we lost that game. I don't remember. Maybe we lost that game. I don't think it was my fault, though.
Travis CTE Tate, the toilet destroyer.
Because he gets a concussion in that movie. And also, he was just kind of a goof off and didn't live up to his potential. That's kind of, so I'd probably say I was Billy Bob from Varsity Blues.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, I would not have guessed you picked that.
Yeah. I wish I could, if I was dishonest, I would prove somebody or choose. I'd be like, I was Keanu Reeves in The Replacements or something like that, you know, but that's not realistic. Yeah. I kind of blew it. So Billy Bob all the way. Yeah.
Not bad. That's the one I had to come up with two because I had my super hyper idealized pick, and mine was Keanu Reeves from The Replacements, Shane Falco, because number one, I love a redemption story. Mm-hmm. I love where he's already on the back end of the redemption though. Where they're like, oh yeah, he blew the Cotton Bowl and he lives on a boat, but now he's back, you know, and he's still got game in him.
And he got that hot cheerleader to be his girlfriend.
He gets the hot cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So that was my idealized Shane Falco. I wanted to be him. But in reality, probably my career is more resembles, remember the kid in Little Giants who doesn't play but types on the computer the whole time? That's probably more accurate. I was way into the sport, but really couldn't play that well. And, but still kind of studied the game. I would say that might be a little bit more closer to home, as I was the kid who didn't play, but typed on a computer from Little Giants.
I like the honesty. I think we're both being very honest with our limitations.
Yeah. That's, you got to pick two. Pick the one you strive for, and then the one you actually sort of became.
Man, who would I strive to be? Maybe Bobby Boucher. I was always a little jealous of his, you know, how furious he was, because I wasn't super aggressive when I played. You know, I skill wise I was pretty good, but I remember coaches being like, "Why don't you go chop block that guy?" I'm like, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to blow his knees out. I never had it in me to chop block somebody properly.
Yeah, that's true. Football is the great divider as far as aggression in a kid. Because I was definitely on the sideline with a bunch of my sort of jack off buddies. Be like, none of us are going to hit anybody. We don't have it in us. None of us are ever going to make a tackle. We just know it.
There was, in my very last game in high school, a guy hit me from behind, and I realized we were going to lose the game, and he clipped me, and I just kind of snapped, like something in my brain, like my consciousness shut off, and I took off running after the guy, and I Bobby Boucher'd him, basically. I just laid him out, and he just laid on. They had to like carry him off the field.
Wow. So you got some aggression in there.
Shot some dude, yeah.
How about, do you remember any of the coach sayings from your day that the coach
hard work pays off?
Every coach is a shitty comedian because they love the sound of their own voice. They don't have really material. They have 4 sayings that they essentially say for the next 17 years. And they just sort of recycle them over and over with every class. So I remember coaches would just pontificate, and you would just sit there as a kid and you'd be like, what is he saying? I'm supposed to be motivating us, but I don't know exactly what he means. And by about high school, you figure out, you have a little self-awareness. You're like, all right, this coach is nuts. This coach is just crazy and likes yelling at us. Do you have any coach sayings that stood out to you?
I mean, you just take it one play at a time, give it 110%, all that stuff. I do remember once at halftime, we weren't playing very well. And the coach said, I want every one of you to get in that locker room, go sit in the showers, just sit there. I don't want to hear a word until we go back out on the field. So we're all just sitting in there, and somebody starts whistling the Andy Griffith song. And then somebody else starts whistling. Before you know it, everybody's whistling. It's echoing through the locker room. And the coaches come in, and they're just, I told you, we're never going to amount to anything. It's one of my best memories, actually. Nobody said a word. They said, don't say a word. We whistled.
You can't put young males together for too long before they should start fucking around.
Right.
We can't be serious for that long. Somebody's either got to burp or fart or put someone in a headlock or yell something. It can't happen. I remember you triggered another story. I remember two things. I had one coach who would always say this. He would say something like, he would summon you to, come to him or go get something. And of course you would jog, but that wasn't fast enough. Right. And he would always say, if you were slow, Ramirez, you're slower than dog shit in January. And we'd all go, oh yeah. I don't know what that means though. I don't know why dog shit is slow in January per se.
Because it's frozen. I remember.
Is that what he means?
I think so. Yeah. I remember during practice, if we ever screwed up a play, we had our coach who would go on the ball, on the ball, on the ball. Three
on
times.
The ball. Yep. That was a good one. Helmet's not a chair. That's another good one.
Yeah. Helmet's not a chair.
Helmet's not a chair. Grab a knee. Helmet's not a chair.
We used to do this thing where we would pretend like we were velociraptors and we'd go after somebody and they would drop their helmet and other people would be chasing them. And then everybody else, because we had white helmets, would start cleating their helmet. So they had black marks all over their helmet in the middle of a game.
Yeah. I would say anytime you get a running prank, it doesn't matter what's happening, game, parents around, the prank continues. And always sort of involves hitting another player in the balls at some point.
Oh yeah.
It was all of our pranks. I do remember, I think we won 2 or 3 games in my whole high school career. And one of the games we won, we beat this school, which was in sort of like a rough neighborhood, but we beat them. We won. Mm-hmm. And we finally win. And the coach is giving us, we're on the bus and the coach is finally going to give us you guys did a great job speech. And he's like, you guys really hustled and you put in the work all week. And then we heard 2 pops, something like hit the bus. It was like, bang, bang. And then the coach goes, roll them up. He rolled up the windows and the bus takes off and we never got our good job speech. That was it. It was just roll them up. And we all rolled up the windows and drove out of there. That was it.
I remember one road trip we're driving back and for whatever reason, oh, hey, Spencer. What's up? Whatever reason.
Spencer King cameo.
Spencer King making a cameo. Patrick.
Oh, it's Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, dude.
Get in here, Spencer. We're about to play
Look
at that. We got a whole reunion going here.
Are you're coming up this weekend, right?
Next weekend.
This weekend? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
For Travis's headlining.
Hell yeah,
show.
Dude. That's going to be awesome. I'm
nervous about it. I'm putting together the material and running it through my head. And then at some point I say like, do I know how to do this? do I remember words?
The comic that's come to Salt Lake feels exactly like that. They're like, I haven't been on stage,
That's going to be me.
Yeah.
It's going to be me. I am looking forward to it. It's always so fun to do stand up in Salt Lake in general. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows the hidden gem that is comedy in Salt Lake.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's good to see you, man.
You too, Spencer.
Yeah. Well, sorry, man. I didn't mean
to you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's good.
Anyway, I was telling you, we're on the bus, and alongside of us comes a Park City bus, and it's full of whatever Park City girls team was playing somewhere. And they all started flashing us. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Flash.
It was the craziest thing ever.
Oh, that's a good one. That's hard to beat. Well, I thought you're headlining February 19th and 20th at Wise Guys Comedy. I'm going to be there. Everybody should go. But we got to wrap up with the Rotten Tomatoes head-to-head movie game. And I got to say, too many people have aced this game. So I made it extra hard this time.
Okay.
I got categories, and I'm going to see if you can go 3 for 3. The last person went 3 for 3.
Ooh, pressure.
Okay. Here is category number 1. Category number 1 is called Hanks a Lot. This is Tom Hanks movies. Okay. You're going to try and guess which movie has the higher Rotten Tomatoes score. So you got movie number 1 from 1984, Splash, versus from 1996, That Thing You Do.
It's got to be That Thing You Do.
Did you see either of these movies recently?
Not recently. I saw Splash when I was a kid. I saw That Thing You Do when it first came out. I don't really remember liking either one of them, but it seems like That Thing You Do has more of a cult following than Splash.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think it was more critically acclaimed. Let's put it that way.
Okay, he's going with That Thing You Do. Okay, from 1984, Splash, 91%.
Wow.
That Thing You Do, 93%. You're 1 for 1.
Yes. 2%. That's all I need.
Yeah, these are tough. Okay, category number 2, Sequel City. From 2010, your first movie, Sex and the City 2 versus from 1985, Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment. Remember when sequels had to have their own name, essentially? Right. It couldn't just be Police Academy 2. It had to be Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment.
Citizens on Patrol. That was one I remember too.
That's a good one.
I know the Police Academy movies are a guilty pleasure of mine. I always loved them when I was a kid. I would rather watch that 100 out of 100 times. But I'm going to say probably Sex and the City 2 had a higher Rotten Tomato score.
Going Sex and the City 2. Did you see that movie?
No.
All right. Me neither.
No, I did not.
Me neither. All right. I'm going to cut all this out. It's on Netflix, but I didn't watch it. From 2010, Sex and the City 2 has a score of 16%. 1985, Police Academy 2, 31%.
Wow.
You know where you messed up, Travis? You know where you messed up? You're basing this off of your critiques and your likings. You have to think like the critics.
Well, that's kind of what I was. Critics hate Police Academy. So that's why I was thinking Sex and the City is more like a critical darling than Police Academy movies.
Yeah. Well, you got one more. Let's see if you can go 2 for 3. Okay. Final category.
Okay.
This one's called You Go Girl. First movie from 1980, 9 to 5. Okay. Versus from 1991, Thelma and Louise.
That seems like critics would like both of those movies.
I didn't say this was going to be easy. These are tough. Yeah, these are tough categories.
That's a good one. I'm going to say 9 to 5 had a higher Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay. What have you seen either of these movies? Do you know them particularly well?
No. What was the second one again?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, I haven't seen either one of them.
Oh man, you should go watch. 9 to 5 is very enjoyable. I may have watched it right after I watched Sex and the City too. But like I said, I'll cut all this out, so don't worry about that. From 1980, 9 to 5 is 82% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. All right.
1991, Thelma and Louise, 84%.
So I
got it.
Yes.
You got it. You went 2 for 3. Not bad. I mean, these are hard. These are pretty tough movies that I put up against you. So
I could have gone 3 for 3, but you didn't want that. So you're my friend.
The last two people aced this game. So I had to really beef up the difficulty level. I had to make sure no one was slower than dog shit in January at this game.
I'm glad I lived up to the expectations.
Well, next week you are headlining the Wise Guys Comedy Club. You are going to be there. I'm going to be there. This is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you do stand-up again.
Thank you, Travis. And let me know what happens to the guy with no finger.
I will. I've got to suggest some stuff to put on there. Make it a tool. He's a handyman. I like the magnet. The magnet's a good thing.
If he gets the magnet, give that guy free tickets to your show. He needs to be there. I need to see the magnet.
Yeah, you could hold screws instead of putting them in your mouth. You could just ding, 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 ding.
Oh, what about one of those little like clasps that so he can hold things, but with just his finger, and he could go to your show and present his ticket with just the finger.
That's a good idea.
Travis, I will see you next week.
All right. See you, Patrick.
Thanks, Travis.
You bet. Thank you.
That is the show. That is running it back for this week. Thank you, Travis Tate, for joining me. Wow, what a Rotten Tomatoes performance. Head-to-head movie game performance by him. Game's stiffening up. This ain't no cakewalk anymore. No one's coming into my Zoom screen and going 3 for 3. But the stand-up show, February 19th and 20th, Friday and Saturday. Oh my God, 2 days. I'll be there. Travis will be headlining that show. So if you're in the area, go check it out. It's a great club. It's going to be a great time. See me and Travis telling jokes, people. Should be fun. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Rotten Tomatoes. Hey, how about that Spencer King cameo? Right in the middle of it all there. That's right. Old faces. That was great. Hadn't seen him in forever. So thank you for listening, everyone. Hooray for stand-up comedy. It's going to happen. I will see you there. Bye-bye.